Hey everybody! Kimberly decided that so many people had asked her, can I use this recipe for cold process? And so she decided to find out, because I always would say I have no idea. So today we're going to use Essential Depot's lye, Essential Depot's pumice oil in one of the recipes, their pumice olive oil, and Essential Depot's palm oil, and Essential Depot's coconut oil, Essential Depot's stearic acid, and I know it's not on the website today, but I heard it was really going to be back on the website anytime now. Essential Depot's beef tallow, their organic unrefined cocoa butter, and their unrefined organic shea butter. We're going to use some extra virgin first press, cold press, extra virgin olive oil. And in one of them, I'm using lime and peppermint and lemon and yang yang. I never know if lang lang or something or another. Cinnamon and anise seed. I always sort of get that one slightly wrong. Okay. And then in one of them, I thought I would test Essential Depot's strawberry, fruit fantasia, and French vanilla. And I had no ricing or that seasoning. Worked perfectly. You just have to put these in after it comes to trace. Alright, so I'm a little bit ashamed to show you my final product, and I will have to apologize. I sort of lost it. I'm not used to dealing with so much caustic lye everywhere. You know, with hot process, it's in here. You've got the little measuring cup that you had the powder in, and you've got your metal whisk, and that's pretty much it. You pour it in your crock pot with your stick blender. You know, 30 minutes later, that lie's dead. You can touch your soaps. You can touch all your spoons. You don't have to wear gloves except for just during the main process, because the lye becomes dead pretty quickly from the heat of the crock pot. And so I've got this thing just full of all kinds of containers that are totally got caustic lye in them. And I'm a little overwhelmed with it because I'm not really used to that. I'm not used to my bowls and all the soap residues and stuff being dangerous to my skin, because the lie's dead within a few, you know, just a short period of time. And then even though you have dirty bowls and spoons and things, you can touch them without gloves. You can wash them without danger. So I sort of get a little bit overwhelmed in this video. So please just look over me. I always say I put my failures on there just as well as I put my triumphs, because I figure at least you know what not to do. I don't know what I'm going to name this video. So anyway, so this is one of the soaps I did. And I even cut the top of it off of it because I thought the top was so ugly. I think it's okay to touch it now. And this is the other one. And I don't know. I'm not too fond of it either. But they smell good. Oh, they smell so good. This one is the, let's see, I told you I did the strawberry and the fruit fantasia and the French vanilla. That went in this one. And I put the scent in all of the colors. This one, I thought I'll just put the super fats in the white part, because I thought that the white part would be so much more massively showing. But it is in there, and when you smell it, I think it must have leaked and blended in the process. So, and I cut the top off of it too, because I like, you know, totally went I don't know, crazy, and sprinkled some stuff on top that was really ugly. And so anyway, in 4 to 6 weeks, as I say in the cut video when I cut this, you might want to steer clear of any specials on the website. Because this stuff's still got a cure, and everything, and whatnot. But let's discuss what we did, or what I did, so that you won't ever do it. Okay. In one of the recipes, let's see which one was first. Okay, in the first one I did, I put stearic acid, 2 ounces, and I think that was a mistake. I think that was way too much stearic acid. And coconut oil, 13 ounces, palm oil, 13 ounces, and pumice olive oil, 8 ounces. And that's one of the recipes that I made with Essential Depot products that I have in the file section, and on my Facebook chat page, and in a lot of my videos in the description. And it's great for hot processed soap. And then I reduced the water by 1/4, because I'm always hearing about cold-processed soapers reducing the water. So I reduced it from 13.7 to 10. And that might have been one of the problems, but I sort of think the problem was the stearic acid and too strong of a percentage of coconut oil. So, and I did 1 ounce strawberry and 1 ounce fruit fantasia and 1/2 ounce French vanilla. And then in the super fats, I did 1/2 ounce of cocoa butter, 1/2 ounce of shea butter, 1/2 ounce of coconut oil, and 1/2 ounce of extra virgin olive oil. And then I did a tablespoon of glycerin and 1/2 teaspoon of vitamin E, and I did that in both of the soaps for the super fat. Okay, and the second recipe, ooh, I'm sorry, it's like 1:30 in the morning, guys. Alright, beef tallow. Now this is the one that I use the essential oils. That's this little ugly duckling. And I did 11 ounces beef, 11 ounces palm, and 11 ounces coconut oil. And I didn't reduce the water, so I used 12.6. And then I did, let's see, 2 tablespoons of the anise seed. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 tablespoons of the anise seed, 1 tablespoon peppermint, 1 tablespoon lemon, 1 tablespoon lime, and 1/2 tablespoon of Lang Lang. And I really like it. I don't know. Oh wait, and I also put a tablespoon of cinnamon in here. I forgot. I put that in at the last. And it really has a candy smell. It's just really, really nice. And the anise didn't go too licorice or anything. Of course, it's not cured yet, so we'll have to see. Oh, I'm terrible. And but I just wanted to get this together. Now, in the colors, I tell you what I'm doing as I go, and this one here is a combination of activated charcoal and aconite root, and I just ended up with this ugly color because the two just blended together. Can you imagine that? And then on this one, we just got these dollops, and I don't know, maybe it's pretty, and maybe my mother would think it was pretty. Anyway, and on that one I use a teaspoon of annatto, a teaspoon of marjoram, a teaspoon of turmeric, and 1/2 teaspoon of aconite. And I don't know what went this ugly color of brown. See, that would be the marjoram, and that would be the annatto, and that looks like turmeric. So turmeric, marjoram, I think it was the annatto. The annatto went an ugly brown in here. So I guess those cold processor soapers know how to do it, because I know they use annatto all the time. But the Aconite is this. No, Aconite root. No, I think, no, that's the annatto. It's the Aconite root that goes blue for me, which did, when mixed with the activated charcoal, did stay blue. But here, not so much. It went an ugly brown. And so, anyway, so, just look over me there towards the end when I totally seem to lose it over all that lye. And it's still in my sink right now. And I have not been brave enough to go over there. And I'm thinking, well, you know, the lye will die. So I've just flushed everything with hot water. And I've got it soaking. And I've got to put my gloves on, you know, and pull the plug. And, and I know I've got to clean it. I can't leave that mess for Megan. And she's coming tomorrow. We're going to make hot processed soap tomorrow. So anyway, so I did this for my fans, and don't use those recipes, okay? We're going to have to come up with something else. So, but Essential Depot's products was not at fault. It was the fact that the levels were just not correct. The levels of the product. You've got to have certain percentages for cold process. And we talk about that all the time. Sometimes people will say, I've heard that you can't use more than 25% coconut oil or it'll be too drying. And I've always thought that really what it was is it would make it come to trace too fast. And I sort of think I'm right. I think the coconut, because I use high levels of coconut oil in my soaps all the time, and I never have issues with drying. So I really think it's that it just makes it come to trace too fast. So we're going to have to come up with a recipe for our cold process fans. If anybody out there is a cold process soaper, and you would like to share a simple recipe that I can then share with other people who are learning how to do cold process soap, a recipe that is, you know, not too terribly expensive for first timers, that would be awesome for them to start playing with, now's the time to send me an email. Go to my website. My website is at the beginning and end of the video. Go to my website and send me an email with your recipe. And I would so appreciate it. And then I will create, I'll put the recipes in this, I'll come back later and I'll put the recipes in the description of this video. And I'll also create a new file for our Facebook chat page, and for cold processors. And aren't these blinds beautiful? I just love them. Somebody took pity on me with my ugly brown curtain. I just hadn't got around to updating it, and I was gifted. Isn't it sweet? And it's so beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? And it all matches with the wood surfaces and everything. And then I showed them to you, but look. Is it, oh. I had them upside down. Okay. Isn't this cool? I got a pair for me and Megan of these. Okay. And then these, I feel like I'm fixing to go snowboarding or something. Oh, isn't these cool? I tell you, I really, really want to thank you. My anonymous gifter who wanted to stay that way, I just cannot thank you enough. You bless me so much. And there is extra pairs for Megan. So both of us will be totally sporting, okay? And I am so, so blessed. Okay, alright, so I have chewed your ear off long enough. Okay, so now, if you want to see the total disaster I made with total confidence that it would come out beautiful, just keep watching. Okay, now I'm going to put my lye into my oils. Alright. nice little pop. Now I'm going to put my melted super fats into the mix. Now I'm going to add my fragrance oil. Okay, now this is marjoram. Oh, and I've made a mess right off the bat. And this is annatto seed. And this is aconite. And this is turmeric. And now I'm going to blend. Okay, I'm going to rinse my wand. know you all noticed that I've come to trace too quick, but I'm not going to fret over that. I'm going to take and put 2 tablespoons of water in there and see what happens. I'm going to put 2 more. Alright. And I got this garbage bag thing going on, and it's totally was perfect until I touched it. And this was supposed to be this real fun mole swirl, but I reduced the water in the soap because I'd heard everybody talk about, you know, put water in the soap. So, I mean, reduce the water in the soap. I'm thinking and talking at the same time. And as y'all can see, that doesn't always work with me. And so anyway, so I'm going to put a layer of white of this on the bottom. It's definitely not going to be what I had planned, but let's make some fun. So this right here, as you can see, has come to a thick, too thick of a trace. But since I'm just testing and never done this before, cold process that is, I'm a hot process girl, I'm just gonna put some of this in here, and then I'm gonna loosen this other up. I hope y'all can see. Yeah, y'all can see. And so I'm gonna just glob that in there, and glob that in there, and put another glob in there, put a glob in there. Okay, and then I'll put a glob of that because it's too close to that other color. Oh, and then the fun blue one. So, next time I'll try it without the water reduction, thinking that that may be what did it. And then it may be that I had too much stearic acid in there. Alright. Now, let's see what we get when we take... Oh, what? There it is. I'm going to take the... I'm going to take my... Okay. Because it's so thick, it's almost like working with hot process. And I know I shouldn't have done that just now, but, you know, it got all thick on us. And so I realized, I don't know, I just didn't think the top was going to be pretty. And I thought, I think I'll just make sure it's level. I mean, you know, why not? I know it was probably prettier the other time. I'm going to scold myself for it, right? But there you go. First attempt, cold process soap, Kimberly McNutt Essential Soap, hot process girl. Testing to see if her recipes will function with cold process. So, okay, that was one. Let's see what disaster will occur with two. Okay, this is our second one. I didn't do the water reduction on this one, just in case that's what it was. But I sort of think it was the stearic acid. It's just too much stearic acid. Yeah, and I'm not used to having to worry about air bubbles so much, and so I think maybe I might like be making myself trouble here. So I'm going for low. Yeah, now I have got a cup, and I've got a cup with aconite. No, yeah, aconite root, and I'm just doing a little bit. And I've got a cup with activated charcoal, and I'm just doing a little bit. I'm wiping off, so not to do too much of a transfer. I need a little bit more. Okay, let's get them all up here. And I'm going to add the super fats to this. And I'm so not used to having to wear gloves all the time. With hot process, the lye is like, you know, dead pretty quick on, and so you don't have to worry about all that. And then this is our fragrance, And I decided to just put the fragrance and the super fats in this because I'm predominantly, hang I'm predominantly going to have a lot of mixing. I thought since I'd never done any cold process before, I'd be safer if I stuck with just swirls. And now this seems to be coming out and not tracing so fast. Although, oh, and it smells divine. And but from the videos I've seen, I think it's still a little thick. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely thickening up on us quickly. You can see that. So this recipe is not the best either. And you know, it might have been pretty if I'd put the black on the bottom, then did the blue, and then did the black, then the blue, and then, no, the black, the white, and then the blue. So we'll see. We'll just see. I'm going to try to balance it out. I didn't even tap that other one, and I so should have. And y'all so remember my trusty teaspoon. And the bottom has hardened on me to the point that I have chunks. So, and that is the part that got the super fats, and see, it's just chunking. And so let's see how pretty that is. I was thinking that it could be you know, the scents and stuff made it come to trace faster. And I may be so right. But this is definitely a video of unskilled, hot process skilled, cold process no skilled soaper video. And I'm just ending up with a loblolly. And I think it'll probably look adorable when I cut it. I mean, you know, but the blue and the black have like mixed, and it's so dorky color. You know, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. And I know everybody's gonna be telling me what I did wrong. Hang on, everybody. Okay, so I keep thinking, you know, what could I do to that to make it look any better? And, you know, I can't think of a thing. I keep thinking, well, you know, Kimberly, what could you do to make that look better? Can't think of a damn thing. And, you know, it's... I think it actually gets worse when I play with it. But it smells real good. I bet people will buy it just because I tell them that it's a failure. But I was just sitting here thinking, hang on a minute. You know, it just needs something on the top, you know? So Let me take my gloves off now that I'm not touching the light anymore. Oh, this light everywhere. I'm just not used to having to deal with all this light everywhere. I mean, you know, I dump it in, it gets cooked, it's dead. I don't have to contend with it. But here, I'm having to contend with knowing that everything's like toxic and dangerous. Okay, so why don't we sprinkle some turmeric on the top. And you know, because the soap is so wet, maybe it will adhere. Oh look, I think there was something in the turmeric. Okay, and I'll put a little, we'll treat it like potato salad. And I'll put some aconite root on top too. And we'll see if any of that will stick and make this soap have some sense of attraction. Okay. Alright. So, I'm going to just take, no, not that end. I'm going to just take the ends of the bag and just lay it over it. And there's toxic lye everywhere. My sink has got toxic lye in it. My bowls have got lye in it that's actively mixed in everything. And it's like, I'm not used to having this horror story around, you know. I mean, with the hot process, you know, your lye is so limited. It's just in this container. That's it. You dump it in, you stick blend it. You have to worry about, you know, the first 30 minutes or so because the lye is still active, but after that, you know, the lye is cooked and you can touch it, you can rub it on your body. You know, none of your spoons or utensils are coated in toxic chemicals. So I'm just venting because now I've got to put my clothes back on and wash all the stuff when normally all I have to do is wash this and my measuring cup that I pour the lye into the water with and my whisk. That's the only three things that I have to be like all cautious with when I'm washing. And now I've got this big mess. So I'm just venting, guys. Besides that, I've got this really ugly pretty soap. And so we'll see what we get when we cut it tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. Okay guys, look at that. It turned an ugly color of brown. Let's see. Let's get it out of there. Let's see what the other colors did. Oh, let's see. I forgot. This is still caustic. Let me get my gloves on. Hang on, everybody. The glove police will be after me. Well, we got some funky colors going on in there. Let's see. I'm going to cut the board off the end. Okay. So we got some funky colors but totally ugly on the top. I don't know if it's my fault or what, but alright, let's see. I'm gonna cut it. I'll bring you back. Okay. Let's see what we got. I don't know about that, guys. Let's see what it smells like. Well, it smells really, really good. We've got the vanilla and the fruit Fantasia and the strawberry. That one's sort of cute, isn't it? I don't know if I should take happy pictures of this or not and post it on Facebook. But, you know, First time hot process. First time cold processor. I don't know. I wonder if it's just going to get uglier and browner on the top, or if it's going to do fun things as it cures, because we got to sit and watch that cure for 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, so now let's get out the other one and see what it looks like. I had some hope the other one was going to look halfway decent. Look at this mess. Alright, let's see what it looks like when we take it out. Let me get these moles out of the way, guys. Well, I don't know. This one might look halfway prettier. I don't know. I got funky stuff going on in the bottom. Let me get this garbage bag out of the way. Cut the board off the end. Well, it looks like that's gonna stick. That was my desperation of potato salad. You know, it's like when the potato salad don't look pretty, just sprinkle paprika on it. So, alright, let's cut it and see what it looks like. Okay. If you see bargains on my website in 4 to 6 weeks, you might want to stay clear. Let's smell it though. Ooh, I like the scent. Oh, I'm definitely going to keep this scent. Oh, what's causing that? Something got on the bottom of it. Well, that's sort of halfway pretty. We'll call it garbage can soap. The bottom of the barrel. And let's see now, what color did I use in this thing? Oh yeah, I ended up making ugly black with blue and black. So, but it sort of come out with a blue tinge, didn't it? Okay, I don't know. I may end up cutting that off. Let's see what that looks like. I don't know. I think that might look better. Alright, so there is Kimberly's first disastrous attempt at her recipes of cold process. I think the verdict is pretty in on this. These two recipes definitely do not like cold process. They trace too fast, and they just don't give you any flexibility. So, I guess Kimberly's going to have to go to the drawing board and find some recipes for those cold processors. When they say, hey, can I use this recipe for cold process? I'm going to say, no, but this one might work. So, of course, I've got to keep trying, guys. So next we're going to try the lard and soybean and coconut one and see how it does. So here's our, I'm going to totally nickname them the garbage can soaps. Remember, in 4 to 6 weeks, when these things are washable, look out for bargain basement prices on the website. You might want to stay clear. Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching my disasters.